signs and crosswatchers. Welcome to your timeless True Love timeline read. How do you like the new music? I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal. For short, they are my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Just hit 25 years in service at the time of this timeless recording. I'm the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There's a Kindle version available. There's a link in the description box, and you can click that link and preview the first chunk of it and see the dedication to my Cancerian sun sign mother on there. Warms my heart every time I read it because I really mean it. So go check that out. The Kindle version, which is nice and clean and clear and in a way sort of sterile, you know how it is. But over on Patreon, there's the original version, the Fellini Festival of Color and Chakra Chapters, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Some of my subscribers on my Patreon platform get that as one of the benefits, but all of my subscribers get three things in common. Number one, they get all the extended readings, the part twos to the part ones here on YouTube. They're all relationship based, twin flame, soulmate, true love, all of that. They're juggernauts. They're really long, the extendeds. So all of my subscribers get those as long as they remain subscribers. They also get the daily check-in every morning, pretty much. An unlisted YouTube live stream link gets sent to them so they can chat with me about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a little something, something to send us on our way. It is my favorite way to start the day and sets me up for everything else I have to do as a professional witch, a mystical artist, a professional intuitive, and all of that. I love it so very much. The third thing that they all have in common is they get a significant discount on private sessions with me. There's a video at the end that we'll talk about. We'll talk about the booking private sessions with Mal. So whether they are a $3 seeker or a $20 God Goddess, they all get that discount, a significant discount, and I love it, and it's working out really, really well. I changed my prices for 25 years in business as an S corporation Drawing the Circle, so go check it out. And the video is fun. My mom loves it, so let's roll with that. Otherwise, if you're just curious, go click the link, check it out, see what's on the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal. I hate my crab cakes. Raised by a Cancerian mother, always glad to serve. So, for the new Cancerians and the crosswatchers, we will do a little bit of explanation. Just don't want to drop you down in a timeline read without a little explanation, and then we'll get into the divination. So, this is a 7-card reading, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Just checking. All of the signs, Aries through Pisces, get 3 Daughters of the Moon tarot, 3 Mythic tarot. There are chakras involved, past, present, and future. But then each sign gets a wild card drawn from a wild deck that I intuitively choose beforehand. You guys got the Whispers of Love Oracle that we use for the element of water and the 5-card draw. Beautiful new 2 full reads that I do every month. So that felt pretty right on. There are chakras involved. Words of Grace, it's broken down into chakra chapters, just saying, so that you can navigate the true love timeline, right? Past, present, and future, simple timeline, very general. It could be 10 years ago today and like 100 lives from now. I don't know. It's a general read. So absolutely check your other signs. Sun, Moon, Rising. I would think Venus would be an interesting thing to do, and Crosswatchers is a perfect Crosswatcher read. So you can see where the crosswatchee, I guess that is, that you are checking in on where they are and where they are headed, and so that you can maybe help a little bit too, because ultimately these readings are not always romantic. You are the common denominator on the path of true love, which is another set of readings that I do with extendeds. It's a simpler version because you are the common denominator in all your relationships. So heal a little something in one, they all shift because you shift, right, to a different timeline, a more golden, a more loving, a more truthful timeline, so to speak, taking everyone with you along with the planet, right? So true love conquers all, true love heals all, true love breaks all curses, even all them past life ancestral stuff. But the course of true love never did run smooth, and that's why I do this, so that we get a little bit of clarity, guidance, and grace along the way, because as one of us heals, all of us heals, unity and all that. So I think that's enough explanation, don't you think? I do. It feels good. So let's make the shift to divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I will do the very best that I can to get you the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power to help you navigate this, to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering decisions, and surf the true love timeline. Shall we? All that explanation. Let's shift to divination in the still point. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Goddess override. Using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, I call upon my goddesses of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West. Please, beloved goddesses of cardinal water. 3 cards, face down, simple timeline, past, present, and future. For the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, drawn to this reading, heart, throat, third eye, crown, chakra dynamic, internal world, creative, intuition, second level of power, personal level of power, the internal, the feminine energy. Where have they been? On the path of true love. Where are they now, right? In the true love timeline, where are they now? In the true love timeline, these are coming out fast. And please, where are they headed? The most probable outcome, at least for the future where they're headed, in the true love timeline for this timeless true love read. We're going to get the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy on the table, 2 face down, and then we'll turn them over all at once. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. God override. As I call upon my gods of water, the sign of Cancer, powers of the West, please, beloved gods of cardinal water. 3 cards in clarity, face down, simple timeline, past, present, future, for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are drawn to this video, who are guided perhaps to this reading. Where have they been on the path of true love? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out, masculine energy. Could be some mirroring there, whether it's them, a person, groups, people, relationships in the physical world. Where are they now? The true love timeline was very, very fast. And where are they headed? The most probable outcome of the timeline, the true love timeline in this lifetime for the Cancerian collective and their cross watchers in this timeless true love timeline. Great, let's look. Ooh. I knew it. I knew that card was going to show up. I knew it. Oh, clairvoyance for fun and profit. Oh, but a very, very interesting ending. Okay, so where have you been? All right, so you got a court card. You got a couple of court cards on the table here, and 1 major arcana. So the rest is minor. Let's look at it. So in the past, inside your internal world, where you have been, you got the Virgo card. Lada, L-A-D-A. In the Daughters of the Moon Tarot, the Virgo card literally says it on the card, mutable earth. That would be the Knight of Pentacles. So whether or not you have planets in Virgo, I'm a Virgo sun sign, but if you do have planets in Virgo, they're kind of really working on the inner for you right now. Maybe not so much on the outer, but we'll see. When you see what's on the outer, this will make sense. So 6th house dynamic, Virgo, occupation and health, because what you are occupied with affects your health, and your health affects what you are occupied with, what you occupy yourself. Yes, it's the servant of the zodiac, mutable earth, like sand. It's a filtration, right? Those are the first filters, was like pouring water through sand so that, you kind of got, the chunky stuff out of the water at least. And certainly ruled by Mercury. If I was going to give this a heart, throat, third eye, or crown chakra dynamic here, because it's element of earth on the inner, it's not about your internal organs, it's about the wisdom that you've gained already in this world. Now, like I said, I'm a Virgo, so in fact, I could talk about Virgo energy forever, but on the inside, it can be that contemplation, because even though it is an earth sign, it is ruled by an air planet, I almost said Gemini, Mercury, which is shared with Gemini. So there may have been some analysis. We're known for it, us Virgos, mentally. But that can also very much be because it is the Maiden of Blades, the Maiden of the Maiden, Mother, and Crone, that can also be the innocence of the heart. That innocence isn't something necessarily that we lose in the heart, but it does get obscured and covered up, and that might be on the table too. However, like I said, Virgo on the inner, you got two of wands on the outer. Jason and the Argonauts. Not at a crossroads, it is kind of a crossroads, a choice as to whether or not to accept the call to the quest to return the golden fleece. And in the cave there is, I know it's a little hard to see, is Chiron, the wounded healer, the centaur, the Centaur, the teacher of heroes, right? Heracles, Achilles, right? And of course Jason and the Argonauts here. So it's a decision. Perhaps, two of wands can often be an indecisive card, but with the analysis that you kind of did, as long as it was, sometimes not making a choice is the right choice, right? That's called chew. I'm going to chew on this for a bit instead of spit it out, making the choice, or swallow it, repress it, and wait till later. But certainly it feels like there's a wise foundation there, particularly where you are now. Now, on the inner, you've got the Ace of Blades, the Ace of Swords, the Pythia, the Sibyl in Greek mythology, the Oracle of Delphi. So imagine that Ace of Blades coming in. I'm going to say very, 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 very third eye, some clarity coming in. Could be a vision, could be prophetic, could be just a real clear glimpse of a new truth coming in, while this is a card I feel like was going to show up. The Moon card, when it's a major arcana card in a read like this, that's that whole chakric zone, lower three chakras. So yeah, it may be cloudy where you are right now. Cloudy with a chance of mystical meatballs, particularly with the Sibyl. Hold your water, Sibyl, right? Hold on. Feel it out. Lower three chakras are probably going to give you the most accurate, maybe not mentally, but feeling-wise, right? Perfect for a water sign. Lower three chakra intuition is called survival intuition, and it's how you navigate your way through the physical world, but it feels like what you've already kind of accomplished here in the internal world has at least brought you to a place where new truth is coming through. Now, it's not always easy to see things differently, right? If we have a particular set of opinions or conclusions of what things mean, but there is always a higher truth. So this could very much be a higher truth available to you, but it's a seed. It's an ace. It's a one. What are you going to do with it, right? You could spit, swallow, or chew, but I will tell you, if any of your lower three chakras say no, the answer is no for now. Seriously, it's like, bleh. If the root chakra goes, get out of there. Sorry, I'm having a ghost flashback. Girl, you in danger. But maybe not. I don't get that. I feel like this is something really clarifying. So you could say clear third eye, but lower three chakras very, very intuitive. I mean, this is Hecate. Whoops. Hecate as the moon, a goddess of witches. I call her the crone and the queen of the crossroads. Definitely a decision card. I mean, she stands at the crossroads with Cerberus, hey puppy, right? An underworld goddess for sure, but she does contain the maiden, the mother, and the crone all together, right, as one. And that really makes an interesting segue into yet more water here on the table where you are headed. You've got the Six of Cups, emotional balance, the keyword compassion, which means compassion for yourself as well as compassion for others, right? Drink first. Drink deeply of the compassion of the heart chakra here, and then extend it to others, but you do that either as or with or for a Scorpio energy. Helen of Troy here in the Mythic Tarot. Didn't say much, but, you know, face it, launched 1,000 ships. Scorpio energy. Eighth house dynamic of Scorpio. Money, sex, power, mysticism, the occult, fixed water. So this could very, very much be either, again, you from the outside looking in at yourself here in a place of emotional balance, but maybe not talking about it so much, but intensely intuitive, right? Focused, fixed water, Scorpio, right? And transformation, yes, of course, ruled by Pluto. There might be a transformation as a result of what you are gaining here in this one of blades with the Sibyl. But my feeling on this feels really good. Now, is this out and out romantic? No, there are not enough cards on the table to say that. And you do get, your wild card is The Whispers of Love by Angela Hartfield. And it does have some romance kind of stuff in there. So let's get that one on the table. And let's see if this fills in a blank. Please take a nice deep breath. This is the higher selves. Still point. Higher self override. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and crosswatchers watching this video, receiving this reading to help them navigate a happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, true love timeline, regardless of the shape or the form, the externals of the form of relationship. There is choices and decisions, maybe even a crossroads here in the present moment, but new thoughts coming in that lead to perhaps a stillness and a silence on the outer, but an emotional harmony on the inner. So please, beloved higher selves of all involved, what is your whisper of love oracle for the Cancerian collective and the crosswatchers in this timeless true love timeline read? Physical touch is important. You interpret that as you like. Physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. And again, that takes it to a much more general place, right? It's not straight up the romance card. But it is certainly talking about something in the physical world. So now I can interpret that in all sorts of different ways. In a general read, as general as this one. But in terms of the physical touch going on here, certainly the Scorpio could speak of that. I mean, it is money, sex, and power. Very second chakra element of water. If the root chakra is earth, then the second chakra, the sacral, is water, right? Then fire, then air. In terms of the elements getting higher in vibe. So really, I mean, this is the tea. If anybody touches you without your permission, you have the right to fucking call them on the carpet if you need to, right? That's where we are now. There's no more of that, you know, cross my boundary. You cross my boundaries. Come for me, but to sharpen your claws, you know. Crab claws. But certainly that with that Scorpio stinger there, I think your intuition is going to tell you who can get past the gate and who can't, right? Drawbridge drawn or drawbridge lowered. But things might be very, very cloudy right now where you are in this present moment. So physical touch is important. It is. Because as much as I dance pretty much every day, and I do yoga, I got some lower back issues, you know, inherited on my mother's side, actually. There's only so much you can do with a genetic predisposition like that. But I do know that, like, I just went and saw my mom last week, right? I just drove up to Saratoga to see them, and just, you know, being there in the home, right? And the hugs, and, you know, just all of that. We don't see each other that often. Maybe 3 or 4 times a year I get to see her. So it is that nurturance and that warmth. And sometimes just somebody just giving you that pat on the back is just what you need. And maybe this is for you to share this as well. So maybe not just coming at you, but coming from you as well. So let's put this together in a blessimation, combination of a blessing and a summation, because every time you bless anything or anyone, that energy of blessing comes through your nervous system, through your chakras, through your, you know, your I forget what those things are called, your meridians and all of that out through the world. So it heals you first, it blesses you first, then comes back multiplied. So, you know, physical touch. Maybe this is a hands-on healing thing. I mean, literally here, 6 of Cups, it's one woman laying on the beach with the waves waves, waxing and waning, the flowing and ebbing, with 5 of her friends laying hands on, right? So it could very much be that, but it's also very heart chakra. So this feels actually really good, but I do get there's a choice, there's probably a crossroads here, and then perhaps some stillness and silence in some way, shape, or form, or are you doing this with a Scorpio vibe? Now, do they have to have a Scorpio sun sign? No. Not everybody knows well, everybody knows their sun sign, that's easy, but Moon, Rising, and Venus, not everybody knows that. But when you're dealing with a Scorpio vibe, when you feel it in the second chakra. Let's leave that there. All right, blessimation time, and then we'll talk about cool stuff at the end of it. Cool? Let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. It's my favorite part. Still point. Pantheonic override. Nice sound effect. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers who are watching this video and who are drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need in the True Love timeline, because the analysis, the filtration, the healing, and the occupation of the past that has informed a choice and a decision that it feels like they have already made is setting them up. It feels like they took the hero's journey, and where they are right now, taking the hero's journey of the path of true love, answering the call, there is new information coming in. Could be vision, could be prophecy, could be just a brilliant idea, but there's always a higher truth, even when things seem cloudy on the outside. But with Hecate, outside in, inside out, possibly both, things might be cloudy with a chance on mystic meatballs, but the mystic means that there is a plan in play here. And for them to trust the Moon card as the Moon children of the Zodiac and the mothers of the Zodiac, to feel their way through this, where they are now really paying attention to the lower 3 chakra voices individually and collectively, so that the best possible outcome of the True Love timeline for them, at least in terms of the future, is the 6 of Cups. Compassion for themselves, compassion for others, and perhaps in silence, perhaps in stillness, perhaps in a deep mystical place for some Cancerians, or maybe they are really doing this, right? With physical touch being important in some way, shape, or form, whether it's the Scorpio money, sex, power connection, second chakra, or it's the hugging of a loved one, or being hugged, patted on the back, supported in some physical way. Hey, maybe it's some body work involved in here. May they all be blessed, the Cancerian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers, with all that they need to navigate the True Love timeline wisely and well, for their well-being, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. Oh, the new Janet Grace music. Thank you, Janet. Oh, did you like music? Did you like the reading? Please hit the thumbs up. Help other Cancerians and crosswatchers find it. Hitting the notification bell apparently does that. Comments certainly do it. And if you want more of me here, subscribe, because YouTube's just a part of what I do pretty much every day to really get me going on Patreon, and we've been in for almost 2 years. November, it'll be 2 years on Patreon, and I love it. Best decision I ever made career-wise. And now you can follow us. I just have to finally do the paperwork on it, that you can follow us, as well as you can get a free trial. So I have to do that tonight for sure. I just have to click a few buttons to make that happen. But if you are interested, ahead of time, click the link. Just did a video for it, a new intro for the May 2023 at the time of this timeless recording, and it does explain, of course, the extended reads, the daily check-ins, and the significant discount that all of my subscribers get across the platform. So click the link, check the menu, come play Triano Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Markangelo Lions, that my mother recently just called me Mal, blew me out of the water. This is my Lady Gaga moment, big time. And yeah, you're booking private sessions with Mal is the new video. For 25 years in service, I changed my prices. Spiritual counseling, readings, obviously in person and Zoom, traveling, all of that, and even hands-on healing should I choose to return to that. I'm not right now, but it's all pretty much the same price structure, how to pay, Zoom recording, all of that stuff. But remember, my patrons get a significant discount whether they are $3 seekers or $20 god goddesses or anything in between. So check the link. If you want a true love read, I do them rather often for clients. And I'm good at it because I've been walking the path of true love. But I like these simpler versions of it, but believe me, we could build on this for another hour easily. So most importantly though, you're the mothers of the zodiac. I was raised by a Cancerian mom. We are very, very close. We pretty much text or call every single day, and we share what we do in the shadows together, which says something, right? We have that same sense of humor. I am definitely her son, no question. So it's always my pleasure, and I don't want to say privilege, but certainly my pleasure to serve the Cardinal Waters, the Cancerian, my crab cakes. I love you all so very much. Just feel your way through this, and come on, Hecate, the moon card in the present. I think you got this. Get the physical touches, you need it, but you know, live and let live, fairly take and fairly give. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed, my beloved crab cakes. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.